Hey everyone, it's Graeme. You're joining me here on Solo TV, and I wasn't planning on doing this today, but it looks like that ZWIFT has added the new Volcano circuit to their platform. So I figured I would give everyone I guess a early bird view if you're not able to ride it until later today or sometime this weekend. I'm going to do the Volcano circuit, so just bear with me while I hop on. So you can select Volcano circuit here. You can select Volcano Circuit CCW and then the Volcano flat route. So to be honest with you, I don't really know the difference between these, so we're going to find out. I want to do the Volcano Circuit to start. So hopefully everything will stream okay here. Yeah, there you are. Yeah? Not going to be going hard today, so bear with me. So obviously you turn around off the normal Watopia route. You can see the volcano now there in the distance. This is going to get busy later today for sure. I did a couple pretty decent sessions this weekend. I know many of you joined me for the social ride I did on Friday. I appreciate everyone coming out. I have it available there on my YouTube channel temporarily for use. You don't have to be with me in ZWIFT to join me for those rides. You can join me on the live feed or like now. Interesting to see what the volcano route's going to be. I know I'm going to be going nice and easy. I know there's a flat route, like a circuit that they can use crits for in there, I guess, which would be cool. That allows some of the races to kind of have more of a, I guess, a private area, be my guess. I don't know if we get to climb to the top of the volcano or not. That'd be pretty cool. I don't want to sweat big time today, so I'm not going to be going that hard. At least not on the first lap. You can see the volcano there in the distance. Very cool. I like that, at least for this circuit too, that they search off backwards to get to it. And everyone's always going the same direction, so it kind of gets overcrowded. And I'm sure this is going to get real crowded here real quick. I just logged in and saw it, so I figured I'd pop up a live stream. If you've got any questions for me while I'm riding, let me know. Very cool. It's going to be nice to have some new topography to keep things interesting. If you're on the platform enough, you know, even good stuff can get repetitive. This is an addition to the Watopia world within ZWIFT. 3 worlds right now: Watopia, London, and Richmond. I think for the most part, it seems that Watopia is the favorite for most. It's my favorite. It's got the Alps, or the Watopia Alps. It's got a nice hilly course. It's got a good flat course. Challenging course. And now they've added this to the Watopia platform. So here we are taking a corner onto, again, what seems like a very flat course in general, but we're going to find out here in a second. I think they bring us right into the volcano, so that'd be kind of cool. This is the cool thing with things like games, is you can suspend disbelief, you know? And if you're going to ride in virtual reality, might as well ride in non-reality, right? I don't think many of us are going to be going riding into a volcano anytime soon. So fact you can do that with ZWIFT is pretty creative. I see a lot of people getting jazzed up in here today. You know it. Something different, new to do. You know, I've got my live chat open, guys, for YouTube, but I'm having trouble reading it from this distance, so just bear with me. This guy's asking about Stage's power and a smart reader. So I'm currently using mine. I can't tell this is your question, so bear with me. I'm using mine with a Stage's power meter and a dumb trainer, meaning that the trainer itself isn't connected to the topography of the course. So I have to use my brain to make alterations like I just did with either gearing, cadence, power, which I like. It's a little boring though, because you can just sit here and flatten any course you want. But with the smart trainer, you can definitely use the topography. Sorry, everyone keeps contacting me here now. That's what happens when you go live. Very cool in here, as you can see. You know, I think ZWIFT is smart. They're picking something that is outside the realm of normal. Be a great location to do some time trialing, for sure. I can see how they'd want to use this for a crit circuit and things like that. Do me a favor, guys. I'm going to get off for 2 seconds, okay? I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry. I wanted to blow up the chat so I could see it better. There you go. Sorry, guys. No love lost here. Hopefully my power will come back up. There we go. All right, so yeah, Michael did hit 40 session threshold master, paceline master this morning. Now you're just entertaining me as I work at my desk. Yeah, Mike, obviously with solo live and things like this, being able to do live feeds. And next thing you know, you're not getting anything freaking done in life. My wife has been questioning me on my non-use of ZWIFT for over a year, and now I've been on it almost every day for over a month. In fact, I haven't done an outdoor ride since November, or maybe December. It's a while ago. As I stated in my recent solo cast, it's okay. I've spent so much time outside doing hard, crazy rides in the past couple years. After the accident, it was just nice to be able to have an alternative. I'm going to do one more quick thing here. This is the beauty of the broadcast. There we go. Again, I'm not here to set any PRs or anything. I'm just here to show you what the course looks like. So those of you that are having to wait till later in the day, maybe you get a quick taste of what it looks like. I really hope that they have like a TT up the Volcano. Again, I'm on the Volcano circuit. It looks like they had 3 different choices for the Volcano, but the third one said Volcano flat. So can't imagine it's any flatter than this. Audio seem okay? Anyone that's watching? Text? I'm waiting for some new microphones to come in. The software that I use is good. But it's a little glitchy with making sure the audio's okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, there we go. Baby. This is going to make some people happy. I was worried they were just going to do a flat route through here. And of course, you know, going through a volcano would be cool. Going up a volcano would be very cool, which is what it seems like we are doing now. Any of you that have ever ridden in Hawaii up like Haleakala, you know, it's pretty awe-inspiring to be climbing an actual volcano. So I'm glad that ZWIFT decided to add looks like a stair-stepping component here, which would be great. You know, the mountains in Watopia are cool, but something like this, at least so far, looks like you can do some really nice, solid, consistent efforts for training, and then it ramps up a little bit, but not at like 10 or 12%, at least not yet. Again, I don't know if we're going up the volcano here or not. This is the volcano circuit, so we're going back in to the volcano. Okay, so I think we already saw this just a few minutes ago. Tell me if I'm wrong. I wasn't paying attention. I have no idea how long the circuits are because no one has any info yet. So far, we're just under 3 miles in with about, what, a half a mile we thought to get to the gateway for it from the start of Watopia. I like it, it's cool. Again, it looks like a great place to come and do an FTP test. Test your threshold through here. Exciting. No major spikes in gradient up or down so far. Yeah, it looks like it's just a flat circuit. Not going up. That's kind of a bummer. Now, obviously, doing races or step rides or progressive rides in here would be cool. Got it. So we go inside the mountain twice, inside the volcano twice. Anyone know if it goes up? Yeah, Adrian, I'm still working on 2 different things for scheduling. This is just an off-the-cuff, jumping in and going live. No schedule. And I'll probably be doing that quite often. There'll always be archives in the Solo TV site. So if you go to Solo Live, Solo TV / the live page, you can watch me live whenever I am. And anything that I recorded, like now, will be available via archive. So you never have to miss it. You just might not see it live. But as far as live rides on ZWIFT, I just submitted my first schedule for the official ZWIFT mobile link today to get approval. I'll have info on that as fast as I can. And then I'll be looking to have weekly rides, both on the official ZWIFT schedule and not on the official ZWIFT schedule. And again, you can go to solo.tv and get the schedule as I update it in there. And again, just give me some time. I will have it more concrete as I figure out when to do the rides. The big issue I have is timing. I have riders all over the world, from the UK, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Canada, US, East Coast time, West Coast time. It's impossible to get started to satisfy all those times. So I'm working on it. And I'll be having some surveys here later this week to have ideas on what better times to do the rides at. Got it. So it seems, based on what I'm hearing in the chat, and thanks by the way, that they are working on a way up the volcano, and all they've started with today is inside the volcano, which again is great. Right away, this would be a great sequence to use for time trialing, FTP testing, obviously circuit and crit races, step rides like I'll be doing coming up next. Step ride is just basically a ladder ride. It progresses every lap or every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever the time frame is. I gotta work on my fan situation here. I'm trying to keep my audio good, so I turned off my fan, and even at a low intensity, I'm sweating like a pig with all these lights on me. So excuse me. PDF file. I don't know what you're asking there, my friend. Papa Louie. PDF file available for the Volcano course or for my schedule. Because I'll have a PDF or basically a schedule for my rides in Solo TV. And any of the ones that are open to the public, you can get through the ZWIFT mobile link. But I don't know if that's what you're asking. I guess I could do a interval or two here. You want me to do an interval? Again, I don't know where the start and end is for the sequence, but I have to stop real quick and put on my fan. There's no way I can go without the fan. All right. So I'll go around one more time and then I'll do an interval. Why not? So again, remember, I'm on a Kurt Kinetic road machine, which I love. I've had for years. Excellent dumb trainer. That way I didn't have to spend a lot of money to get on ZWIFT. I'm using a Stages power meter, so that's relaying the data, which you see there in the corner, by wattage. Like we've talked about before, the most important data isn't just your hard up watts, but on the right hand of the screen, and your watts per kilogram. Now basically what that demonstrates is how many watts per kilogram of body weight you're throwing out. So if you weigh 75 kilos, and just take your weight in pounds, divided by 2.2. That gives you your weight in kilos. And then to determine your FTP, you do your test first, find out what your wattage is, and then divide that by your kilos. And that gives you a rough estimate of your threshold watts per kilogram. It could be 3, it could be 2, it could be 3.5, 3.7, 4.0. Obviously, the higher the number, the higher the category of fitness you are. Now, a lot of the things here in ZWIFT and elsewhere will categorize your potential to ride with another group or person based on watts per kilo. Because the cool thing is what watts per kilo really demonstrates is a way for all of us to measure our output, not just against ourselves, but against others around us. So if I want to go out for a ride with a friend and say, hey, let's go easy today, no higher than maybe 2.5 watts per kilo, that other rider now knows that while we're in here, we're outside for a real ride, we're not worried about big power spikes. We're simply maintaining that range of effort. And if I outweigh him by 25 pounds, if we're riding watts per kilo, it evens the playing field, right? So if we're just saying, hey, let's each do 200 watts, well, if I outweigh that rider by 10 pounds, 200 watts for me is going to have a different outcome, especially on a hill, than 200 watts for him. Watts per kilo evens that out. Make sense? All right. I forget where the start is here, so I guess I'll just start. Someone wants me to do an interval. I'll do a high zone 3, low zone 4 interval. How about that? Now remember, with a dumb trainer, I can flatten the course easy because I am not getting a change in topography. So my watts are real, but the topography changes are based on me right now. I'm not feeling the undulation, although I can pretend to. We'll talk about that more in future casts. So right now I'm at about 4 watts per kilo, 4.2. I want to sustain about 3.8 to 4 here. And again, that's where watts per kilo really helps. As you get lighter, hopefully, as the season comes, if your watts remain the same, and you drop 3 kilos, or about, 8 pounds, your watts per kilo will go up with no change in wattage. That makes sense? Major bonus, especially in the hills. Again, I don't know where start or finish is, so I'll go another few minutes. A 4.3, 4.5, and that gives me my range. I know that my threshold right now is about 4, plus or minus. So if I go up above 4, I'm drifting towards VO2 max. If I go below 4, based on testing, I can hold that output longer. Watts per kilo is the ultimate way to manage energy. Four, 5. You see a lot of riders, when the topography changes, they let that wattage per kilo go sky high, and then they have to pay for it. Remember, everything has consequences. So yeah, you can spike the number, but then if the ride continues on for a lot longer, you have to pay that back. It's a matter of when and how much. ride vicariously with the power. That's actually, I'll be honest with you, spend some time just hopping on ZWIFT and watching others. You'd be amazed at what it does to your brain. What I mean by that is evaluating people in real time. What's working for them, what's not. Try to get a gist of what kind of workout are they achieving. Watts per kilo on a flat surface is not as powerful of a tool as it is on an incline, obviously. But still absolutely has value. It's a change in how you think. I'm gonna wrap it up. Short interval. We finish in the tunnel. I don't go in the tunnel. I'm on the Volcano circuit. That's a good place to finish. I don't know anything about the circuit for start stops. So, that's a nice effort. Oh, what, 5 minutes? 6 minutes just to show you. Not about me, but definitely about the course. Again, right away. This is where you want to come to test FTP, group ride techniques, pedal drills, because it's already, right now, a very flat course. Oh, so there's the finish. Should I have known? Wrap it up one more time. Nice. So it looks like the circuit is what, a 5K? So about 3 miles? Anyone know? Lap counter on my right, got it. Yes, so there's a lap counter there right when we cross the finish line, or just before, I think after. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of fast group rides, TTs. You do team time trials in here. I like it. Course map, okay. So, my eyesight. Time's asking, oh Tim, I can't read, sorry. FTP test. Do I want to do a 20-minute, a half an hour, or an hour? I'll be totally honest. The only way to really get a true accurate measurement of zone 4 or FTP is 1 hour. 60 minutes is the golden window. And the reason why is that instead of trying to think of your number as big as it can be in a shorter time, the goal is to figure out what duration, regardless of terrain, can you hold a specific output So if it's 3.2 watts per kilo for 1 hour, again, regardless of terrain, that's the key. People get so focused on going out on a ride, trying to get faster from point A to point B, spiking big numbers on the hills, dropping it to 0 on the descents, as opposed to the mentality of flattening that course. Consistent efforts for longer durations. You can use a 20-minute test. You can use my 25-minute variable rate test. So if you're in solo TV, the workout I have featured in there right now is the threshold rotation master. That's a unique FTP test because it's 25 minutes, but it's what you call variable rate. So it's not like a duck in water. You're not just getting into one cadence, one position for a full 25 minutes, which outside of being on an indoor trainer or in Florida or a pancake flat area, you're usually going to have huge changes in dynamics to maintain the same output. So I use a variable rate test. Now I would say this still, if you want to get a better appraisal, you want to advance past the 25-minute test and either do it twice in a row and then average them together, or you want to do a full-on 60-minute test. If you were really trying to understand all aspects of your fitness, 2.6 miles for this course. So again, you could do this maybe 3 laps or 4 laps as an FTP test, maybe 5. Depends on how fast you're going. But if you want to get a true appraisal of your different types of fitness, from endurance to threshold to VO2 max to anaerobic to sprint power zone 7, ideally you need to test for each individual one. I make no mistake, pro riders are tested on every level, not just zone 4. In fact, depending on the type of rider you are, zone 4 is not the only determinant of how well you will perform in a certain type of event or race. So if I'm a sprinter, my threshold and my zone 3 might actually be relatively poor in comparison to a tour contender or a rider that's straddled really well across all platforms. But my sprint power, my zone 6 and zone 7, efforts that last between about a minute to 30 seconds or less, might be off the charts. 1,800 watts for 30 seconds. And then someone with a good threshold maybe can only do half of that 30-second effort. You follow me? But if they were head-to-head in a time trial, then the person with the higher threshold, all things being equal, is going to destroy the guy with their sprint power. The goal, of course, for most of us, is to have good power across multiple levels. I like this course. Again, great for testing, getting together with a couple friends or a group. I will definitely be doing some of my training rides, step-up rides, mini races, using this course for weekends. Problem will be, like this coming weekend, I think it's the 23rd right now, January. By this weekend, this course will be packed full. There will be probably 3,000-4,000 people trying to ride on this 2.6 mile circuit at the same time. It's a great thing that ZWIFT is expanding that fast, but it sure does create for a crowded platform. So I don't know what they're doing to deal with that in the future, because eventually it will be an issue. I think for some, as far as the glitchiness of the game with a lot of people on it, like right now there's not even 900 people. There's still a lot. But weekends, it's already spiking over 3,000 at a time on the same world. And again, since this is a new course, everyone will want to get on here at the same time. I'm going to wrap up the live show here in a second. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you got any questions before I go, let me know now. I'm going to do a quick cool down and then wrap it up and get back to work. Anyone got any questions? What is this crap? I don't know, Jonathan. You're the one that's watching it, so why don't you tell me? No heart rate monitor. No, I don't. I don't use a heart rate monitor until about March. I use just power. And there's some different reasons for that. But I haven't used heart rate during the off season for a couple years now. Mostly because I just try to focus on the pragmatics of power, time under power for different durations. And then as I hit spring, I begin to slowly integrate heart rate back in. And then by in season, the type of riding that I do, which is adventure riding, big endurance riding, I no longer use power while I'm outside. I only use heart rate. So I kind of let my brain take a break from heart rate during this phase, only isolate on power and time, and then I begin to transition out. And that method has worked very well for me. Very well. But use all the data that you like. Just because I don't use heart rate right now doesn't mean that you shouldn't. It's up to you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting right in with you too. I should be on the schedule this week. I'm thinking for Wednesday. I'm hoping on the official ZWIFT schedule, but check back with me at Solo TV4, okay? I'm gonna wrap up, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon, and hope we see you in here. See ya.